Hi, welcome to the Habitat Housing Information Session Part 2. Hopefully you've had a chance to meet one-on-one with a Habitat homeownership counselor to determine your level of mortgage readiness and set some homeownership goals. That required you to turn in a customer intake form and verification documents for your income, as well as complete a soft credit pull. We want to talk a little bit further about some of the other parts of our Habitat program, but our goal is to really help fulfill your dream of home ownership, be that with us or with other affordable housing. Habitat is an affordable housing developer, builder, and social services organization which has helped over 160 families just like yours achieve the dream of home ownership. We are a nonprofit organization that has served in Central Oregon since 1989, and we operate under the international umbrella of Habitat for Humanity. There are other affiliates in other cities like Sisters, Sun River, Lapine, and Madras. However, we build in Bend-Redmond. We are also proud to partner with many other local agencies as a part of our program. Today we're going to look further into Habitat housing over the next couple of years. We'll look at our loan and our finance structure and other unique opportunities of the Habitat program, including next steps to help prepare you for the open application period. So you can see that hopefully you have had an intake appointment, you've watched the initial informational video, and now you're sitting here with part 2, and then we're waiting for an open application period. We do an application selection cycle that usually takes up to about 8 weeks, and then once folks are selected into the Habitat Partnership Program, you're in the program for around a year before we then send you to a lender for loan approval and then purchase your Habitat home. In the initial video, informational video, we address need, ability to pay, and willingness to partner. And during your client intake session, hopefully you had a chance to look at where you fit personally into some of our Habitat guidelines. If you need to re-review these guidelines, go ahead and go back to our website and re-watch that first video and then review our program flyer. Let's look a little down the road to see what we have planned over the next couple years. And remember that Habitat is not a custom home builder. Although it's tempting to want to make requests, our program needs to stay affordable. And as we said initially, imagine that you're working with a realtor who's showing you a new home construction that's for sale on the open market. You'll have the opportunity to make some changes after you purchase the home. But today we're going to review some of our upcoming Bend-Redmond builds for the next few years. So as you can see from these preliminary drawings, this is a 2-story townhome on a land lease that will be located on the southeast side of Bend on Watercress Way. Because construction costs are high and land inventory is limited, we are currently looking at a majority of our builds as 2 bedrooms, and they're attached higher density housing. Occasionally we can get a lot where we build for larger families up to 4 bedrooms, but we do not foresee this opportunity right now. Don't give up hope, although we're always looking for opportunities to purchase a lot that can accommodate larger families. Remember, the number of bedrooms is determined by your household size at the time of application. These homes on Watercress Way will have a bedroom and a bathroom on the first floor and another bedroom, kitchen, and living area on the second floor. These homes will also have a garage, and there will be 8 homes for sale in 2021. Tucked in behind 18th Street, Watercress Way townhomes will be a wonderful addition to this neighborhood. You can see what's located nearby and some of the schools in the area too. So let's take a look at Redmond. So in Redmond, we will also be building townhomes on a land lease with all the same features as provided in the Watercress townhomes. However, these will be 3-bedroom, 2-bath, energy efficient homes, and will also have a garage with access to Quince Park and Home Depot. This higher density neighborhood will include up to 6 1-bedroom small units on the same Habitat land lease property. These 1-bedroom units will be owned by Habitat. Remember, your Habitat home can be a lifelong home, or it can be a stepping stone for what's next for you and your family. In our first video, we talked about your mortgage as being 33% of your gross income at the time of your home loan application. And that is when you get through the Habitat program, we send you to the lender to be pre-qualified for your loan or qualified for your loan. But let's look at an example in this slide. So say our minimum income guidelines for the year would be $33,000 for a household. And say that household qualified for a loan of $150,000. Next, we have to look at the appraised value on that home. And because we work with the Oregon Residential Bond Program, they have a sales price cap. And each year that cap changes, but this last year it was about $368,000. However, you only qualified for $150,000. So we have to look at how do we fill that gap in between that sales price, or if the home appraised for lower than that max sales price, we'll use that appraised value, the lower of the two amounts, as the sales price of the home. But we're still left with what's the difference between your loan of $150,000 and that sales price and the value of the home. So we look at our other subsidy partners, like the City of Bend-Redmond block grants. We look at reduced system development fees, also known as system development charges, SDCs. Those can be really high in Central Oregon, which makes building for everyone very challenging. We also look at fundraising from our community, and then the LIFT program. So currently, we talked about LIFT in the first slide, or the first video. And LIFT is some funding from the state of Oregon as long as the property and the homes are kept on a land lease. And that funding can be anywhere from $60,000 to $75,000. So we might still have a gap between your affordable mortgage and that appraised value or max sales price on the home. So sometimes we have to apply a silent second loan on that home, and this is also sits there as it doesn't collect any interest, and if Habitat buys the home back, we assume that silent second. However, if you've been in the home for 30 years and you've paid off the home, that silent second goes away. So because we partner with the outside lender in the Oregon Residential Bond Program, you will have an interest rate that is a below market interest rate. Often we recognize when first-time home buyers don't have 20% to put down as a down payment, banks will require what's called private mortgage insurance, which protects them if you go into default. However, this insurance can almost double the cost of your monthly payment, making it unaffordable. So we understand the challenges that bring people to Habitat. So you can see some of the other advantages of being involved with the Habitat Home Loan Program. We don't require private mortgage insurance. So let's look a little further into some of the other requirements of our Habitat program. So some of the unique parts of the Habitat program are that we require that your home is owner occupied, and we also have what's called the right of first offer and shared appreciation. So if you want to sell your home, you would come back to Habitat first to see if we would like to purchase that home back. So having your home be owner occupied means that you have to live in the home, so you can't use that for a short-term or rental unit. And we also have what's called a shared appreciation agreement. So let's look a little bit further at that. Okay, let's look at the Habitat shared appreciation agreement. So if you're on a land lease, during the first 12 years of home ownership, your home could be purchased back by Habitat for the amount that you've paid on your principal, your house payments. That doesn't include your homeowner's insurance or your property taxes. So although you're not necessarily making a profit, hopefully you will have made a profit in terms of putting your money that you have saved into an account, because you'll have had an affordable mortgage over the last 12 years. And remember that the savings that you have put aside, you can invest in other things. And so hopefully you have chosen to do that in those first 12 years. And then if you've been in the home for more than 12 years, we have a shared appreciation agreement where every year that you've been in the home over 12 years, you'll be earning an increased amount in equity on your home. It would cost Habitat more to purchase that home back. So next steps. Hopefully you have continued to check in with your Homeowner Services Department housing counselor, and we continue to check in with you monthly just to keep you updated on your goals for home purchase and to let you know when our next open application period will be. And you want to be aware of your debt to income ratio. So if you think that you have to incur more debt, it might be helpful to reach out to us first to see how much of a debt you can incur to keep your ratio below that 12% so that you can still be within our mortgage guidelines. Our open application periods occur once or twice a year, so you want to make sure that you stay ready for that, but it's a pretty detailed process, and so you want to keep your information handy, so your tax returns, your income verification, and be sure to check in on our website. We will post our next application cycles. We also reach out via email to everyone in our database and let you know when those application periods are coming about. Be sure to get onto our website and look at those frequently asked questions, because as you send questions in and other folks send questions in, we try to update that section, so hopefully that will help you. But you can see the process. It takes us to get through that application cycle. And if you still have questions, then visit our website, reach out to our shared home ownership email account, or give us a call here at the office, and be able to make sure that you check in with the other affordable housing programs here listed on this slide. There's some great programs in our area, and we want you to be able to purchase a home however that happens. And so our goal is for you to purchase a home that's affordable for you, and we consider that a success as well. So thanks for listening in today, and hopefully we will chat again soon.